Hello. Hi. Oh boy. Warning, sexual uncomfortable emotion like feeling initiate. Oh my god, that sounded horrible. Does that mean he's horny? Da da da.
I thought you'd gone complete.
I'm sorry. If I made those videos, I think I'd out it myself. 20 minutes? Hold on. Guys, you have 5 seconds to subscribe my channel and like it because if you don't, you're not gonna get a girlfriend in real life. Come on, guys, come on, you have 5 seconds to subscribe to the video. Like it. I make clickbait every day and I scam millions of children. That's right. YOLO, I'm anime girl, anime boy, all day. My neck is freaking long. Wow, my neck is actually really long. How about this? I'm gonna break the trend.
You woke my dad up. I'm dead.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Tell him that it was a cat fart. It was a cat fart that like went through a trumpet, and then it got kind of confused up with the 3 buttons you push, and then it was a oops.
I'll tell him that there's a cat eating his chickens. It's raining, so he will get wet. Oh wait, I forgot he has work now, I'm dumb.
Oh, that's good. No sex! I remember when one of the teachers got pied in the face. One of my teachers at my school, we had a vote, and whoever got the most votes got pied. And I don't know who it was, but this dude actually got just pied. This is disturbing way all kids' content is connecting.
If there's a good enough mountain.
Bum 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 bum. Already ahead of you. Um. Guys, I I have a million subscriber plaque and I broke it. I broke my plaque. Flex. Please.
You mean guy? LOL.
Hold on, let's just say this right now. You're so bored. You know what, dude? It's like, I mean, Fortnite's kind of old. I don't really like playing Call of Duty. Apex is fun. Minecraft's okay. I don't like to go to the strip club. It's not as fun anymore. Wait, what is that? Wait, I can play riddles with YouTubers, threaten to delete their videos, and then like give them clues that are obvious as hell, and work with them, do a collab with them, and then pretend to not delete their videos. Sign me up. How are you that bored? Like you've lost all your hope in humanity so much, where you're just kind of threatening people to hack them. And I'm not saying that this is real. It's not. Like, imagine being so bored where you have to torment a old YouTube channel.
I'm gonna do what you didn't go on.
My gosh, you guys. Hey, this is it.
So the first clue is a kite emoji and a tree
Question.
emoji, and they find the letter next to a.
This should be the seed, but you have to put it in the other world. I want to show you something.
I am on that.
You're about to see something impressive. This building may not look special, but it really is. Welcome to one of the Abbott Agency's biggest Abbott Agency's biggest secrets. One of the
Build.
Watch this. So great. I made that custom sound. It's a synthetically generated ender portal. It's a cool machine, isn't it? So what I actually have right here is a rift compass. Rift compass, a compass drawn to paranormal activity or interdimensional activity. Tootsie Roll. Never seen a 1 foot wide long Tootsie Roll before? Mm.
What's up, Greg? I hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to my channel. This, of course, is another episode of Dan the Mermaid Man. Over the past couple weeks, I've gotten a couple requests from people asking me to review this movie called Scales, Mermaids Are Real. It's a movie that's on Netflix. It came out in 2017. I don't know if it originally came out on Netflix or not. I also...
I'm mapping out the world for my country on the Xbox One editions, then converting to Bedrock.
Scales, Mermaids Are Real, and also Scale, A Mermaid's Tale. So, I don't know
No!
if that's the proper title, but since I've had a little bit extra time on my hands recently due to unforeseen events, I've had some extra time to sit down and watch this movie. And I gotta say, out of all the different movies that give like different lore to mermaids, different origin stories and backgrounds and mythology around mermaids, this one is by far the worst. I think it might have been kind of popular when it first came out, so there's a good chance that some of you have seen it. And if you have seen it, then you know that this movie's got a really weird ending. It's very strange. There's a lot of stuff that goes totally unexplained. So without further ado, here is my review of Scales, Mermaids Are Real. So we get this really beautiful opening credits scene at the beginning of the movie.
Oh.
It's sort of like flipping through an old magical book of pictures of mermaids. They kind of look like they were drawn by a 4th grader, so I'm not sure what's up with that. And then the main character, Siren, gives us a little narration about how she's always dreamed about living in the water.
My whole life, I've dreamt of water. Not just being in it, or swimming in it, but living in it, breathing it,
You are it.
loving it.
You know, I was sort of with her at first. I was like, yeah, water.
Look no further, my man or my girl. You are water.
She's like, I've always dreamed about water, living in it, tasting it, breathing it, loving it, loving the water.
Wait a second. Water. Wikipedia. Look at it. Bum. Bum 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 ba 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 da 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 da. Water is an inorganic, transparent, tasteless, odorless, and nearly colorless chemical substance, which is main constituent of Earth's hydrosphere. My iPad sucks. It's gonna get loud.
I'm converting my world to bedrock now.
Let's see, hold on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Hey, girl, water is... Girl, water, I want to taste the water. Wait, listen. I'm sorry, it's gonna get loud. Girl, I want to taste the water. Even though it provides no calories or organic nutrients. Its chemical formula is H2O, meaning that each of its molecular contains one oxygen and two hydrogen atoms connected by covalent bonds. Two hydrogen atoms are attached to one oxygen atom in an angle that is 104.45 degrees. Water is the name of the liquid state of H2O at standard ambient pressure and pressure. It forms precipitation in the form...
That only burst my eardrums.
Water covers 71% of the Earth's surface, mostly in seas and oceans. Small portions of water occur in groundwater, 1.7% in parentheses, in the glaciers and the ice caps of Antarctica and Greenland, 1.7, as in the air as vapor clouds. Form device and liquid water suspended in the air, and precipitation 1.001. What water is important to the world economy? No, I got I gotta post like a cringy video or something. Let's do one on uranium. I'm sorry, I have to do this. I have to do this. Ready? Uranium is a chemical element with the symbol U and top number 92. It is a silvery gray metal in the alkaline series of the periodic table. Uranium atom has protons and 92 electrons, of which 6 are valence. Uranium is weakly radioactive because all isotopes of uranium are unstable. The half-lives of its naturally occurring isotopes range from 159,000 years and 4.5 billion years, and the most common isotopes of natural uranium. I'm sorry. In nature, uranium is found as uranium-238, 99.2739% to 99.2752%. Uranium-235, 0.7198 to 0.7202%, and the very small amount of uranium-234, 0.05002.00599%. Uranium decay slowly emitting an alpha particle. The half-life of uranium-238 is about 4.47. Oh my god. Should I do... I want to do water again. Why is this fun? I like doing this. Let's do it again. Water is an organic, transparent, tasteless, odorless, and nearly colorless chemical substance, in which the main constituent of Earth's hydrosphere and all fluids of all known living organisms, in which it's vital for all forms of life, even though it provides no calories or organic nutrients. Its chemical formula is H2O, meaning that its molecules contains of one oxygen and two hydrogen atoms. Crap, I lost it! Come on.
Can I ask you a question?
Water is the name of liquid state of H2O in the standard ambient temperature of pressure. And it forms rotation in the form of rain and aerosols in the form of fog. Clouds are formed from suspended droplets of water in ice and solid state, and finally divided crystalline ice and may precipitate in the form of snow. The gaseous state of water is known as steam or water vapor. Runs off continually through the water cycle, and the transpiration, evaporation, translation,
Do you have a
condensation,
Capitol
or
building in your country?
precipitation and runoff. Okay, let's find another section of the article. Hold on, fastest speaking man.
You know, here in the streets of Boston, I've had people come up to me left and right since I've been here. Usually they do something like, or, you know, Coney Island. So I called Coney Island and they said, hey, kid, take a hike at 12 years old. We're not going to let you strap yourself into the cycle for 2 weeks straight. So I went home and I started flipping through the book and decided I was going to eat a car.
Do you have a Capitol building in your country?
I also grew up in a family with 5 sisters, so to get a word in edgewise, it was self-defense.
Machida is currently on tour in professorial attire.
Okay. Alright, let's do this. In the water molecule, the hydrogen atoms for a 104.5 angle. With the oxygen atom, the other hydrogen atoms are close in 2 corners and tetrahedron centered. One an oxygen at the other 2 corners of the lone pairs of valence electrons that do not participate in the bonding.
Do you
In the
have
perfect
a Capitol building in your
tetrahedron,
country?
the atoms would form a 109.5-degree angle, but the repulsion between the lone pairs is greater than the repulsion between the hydrogen atoms. The O to H bond length is about 0.096 nanometer. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, it is. It's located...
Do you have a Capitol building in your country?
I'm sorry. I was getting ahead of myself. Actually, I don't really have a Capitol building. I do have a court.
LOL.
Guys, I need to do a video. I might post that. I might consider posting that. About me singing literally about water while singing to that song. Hold on, I want to go back and see that on my stream. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Bum, bum. Ready? Uranium is a chemical element with the symbol U and top number 9. There's a nice catch of it. God.
Is that big white building on the map the main building of the
That's
country?
that's my mall. Oh, I'm sorry, it's gonna get loud. Girl, I want to taste the water. I might flip my camera. Even though it provides no calories or organic nutrients, its chemical formula is H2O, meaning that each of its molecular contains one oxygen and two hydrogen atoms connected by covalent bonds. Two hydrogen atoms are attached to one oxygen atom and with that 100.
If you can have red lines in your roads, then I can have blue lines. Emoji smiling eyes.
It forms precipitation in the form.
That only hurts my eardrums.
Water covers 71% of the Earth's surface, mostly in seas and oceans. Small portions of water occur in groundwater, 1.7%. I'll be back. Sierra. The song that's going on in the background. Oh my god. I'm hotter than I'm hotter than my own self in the boys' side. I'm not hot at all. Ba, 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 ba. Me, I hate clickbait. Me, building a country in Minecraft. Also me. Water covers approximately 71. I'm watching it.
Copper is an element which people are very familiar with because it's such a characteristic coloured metal, sort of reddish colour, though it gets darker when oxide forms. But it's quite a soft metal and you can cut it quite easily. If you have a cutter like this that has steel blades, it will just dig in to the metal and it...
Oh, they use that to cut pipes off.
When you cut the metal, you get this very nice, shiny, fresh surface, coloured just like copper.
This is a ball of copper metal. It's quite, as you might imagine, it is a ball of metal in it, so therefore it is quite dense and heavy. I mean, it's not as dense as, I think Steve told me this morning, if we had a ball of this size of plutonium, he told me it would weigh about 1.5 kilos. So it's not quite as heavy as that, but it's still pretty heavy and dense.
So this is a very, very, very nice sample of very fine copper wire. So the copper wire here is, what width is this? This is 0.0. I'm not going to, that's just too small. So it's 0.1 of a millimetre.
Okay, so inside the beaker we've got a solution called sodium potassium tartrate. So no copper in there at the moment. We're going to introduce that through this. This is a solution of copper sulfate.
Very popular architectural use because the roofs of buildings reacts to become
Show me your
dioxide in the
video
air
of some
to
video
give
you
a very
just took
nice
or
green
something.
colour.
Okay, we're going to be looking today at
Who told you about these videos?
I just found them.
Are you streaming right now?
Hmm.
Some people are in here watching me watch you.
Well, you're not in frame.
I don't want to be.
Look, it's in the background. I was reading this from the Wikipedia and going along. It gets funnier when I read about water.
This is...
That's actually... He's like a viewer. Girl, I want to taste the water. I said that because...
what's this video supposed to watch?
Here it is.
Here,
Water covers 71%
don't like.
of the
Well,
Earth's surface.
go on the cardboard.
Here go. Here goes. Listen.
Small portions of water occurring groundwater.
Listen in the background.
In parenthesis, in the glaciers at the ice cap of Antarctica and Greenland.
Girl for movie. I want to taste the water. Me. Water is a tasteless, colorless, odorless chemical substance. Water, you can't taste. So if I rotate this around, you should be able to read it, right?
Potassium tartrate.
Yeah.
So no copper in there at the moment. We're going to introduce that through this. This is a solution of copper sulfate.
Copper is very popular for architectural use because if you put it on the roofs of buildings, it then reacts, particularly with carbon dioxide in the air, to give a very nice green colour.
First of all, though, we need to heat this to about 50 degrees C. And to the sodium potassium tartrate, we need to add some very weak hydrogen peroxide. So this is only 3% hydrogen peroxide. So in it goes.
Here's the best example of copper in the world.
We need to make sure they mix together, which is why
Look at that. Shiny penny. 2020? 19. That's a 19. This is a 20.
Sodium potassium tartrate and hydrogen peroxide, and we need to add only 1 mil, so it's 1 centimeter cubed, of the copper sulfate.
Ironically, zinc and copper use the pennies, and they're right next to each other on the periodic table. Oh, beautiful copper.
So this is very, very high purity. This is like 99.99% copper, used for electronics fabrications and high quality research samples.
Because it's... Did you know back then, people used to steal copper wire? Because copper wire was expensive.
Has about 175 kilos of copper associated with each person in the piping, the wiring, and so on. The problem is that in many other countries, for example in China, people have very much less copper associated with them. There isn't so much electrical wiring in rural parts of China. And if everybody in China had the same amount of copper associated with them as those in England or America or Canada, there wouldn't be enough copper in all the known deposits around the world.
Copper is actually necessary for life. Plants and animals use copper. But actually you can have a disease called Wilson's disease, which basically your body can't metabolize copper properly. It's actually an inherited disease. Okay. Ready?
Beautiful. I've burnt copper and it makes an evil green flame.
To form a complex, and it's going from the potassium tartrate complex there to, well, it's producing carbon dioxide and oxygen. Mainly oxygen gas is being produced, which is why you're seeing the fizzing. And it's become copper oxide, cuprous oxide actually.
Copper is found as a metal lying around in various places in the world. I believe the name came from the island of Cyprus in the middle of the Mediterranean. But copper has always been known. Even in prehistoric times, people found small amounts of copper. But as we use more and more copper, people have had to dig
we've got there is a precipitate of the copper oxide.
Copper is very good because it has very high thermal
Mom's starting your
electrical
cookie and I'm
conductivity.
going to bed,
What
so
that
please be
means
quiet.
is that
Hey,
light
Dad.
flows through it very well, and also electricity. If you make wires for electrical transmission out of copper, when the electricity goes through them, you get very much less heating than if you say made the metal than say if you made the wires out of iron. And all this heating is of course lost energy. You do even better if you made the wires out of silver, but silver's too expensive.
Okay. So let's see if we can change this reaction back. So at the moment, it started out as being about 50. It's now shot up to 63. I imagine it was even hotter than that when it originally changed colour. So we'll see if we can take it back. Pop that back in.
I actually bought this from the British Geological Survey, which is just down the road from here. I think is it in Keyworth, I think. And I just saw this and it was a Christmas present for my husband, and I picked it out. I just think this was really cool, actually.
What did your husband think you met as a Christmas present?
He knows what I'm like, so he buys these things for me. You know, so I'm a bit of a magpie. I like to collect shiny things, pretty things. That's my copper.
So the colour's gradually changing. It's gone from orange and now kind of a murky yellow. You can see it's kind of green now. And again, a gradual change. It wasn't a sudden, spontaneous, straight back to being blue and see-through, clear. It's now we've got back to that kind of clear solution. And again, you can see on the stirrer bar all the bubbles of the oxygen, a little bit of CO2 forming on that.
Most organisms, you and me, use iron in our blood to transport.
Yeah, there's actually a different variant of animals. I use copper.
Some sorts of crustacean,
Crabs.
lobsters, they're different. They use copper. They use a compound called hemocyanin. It's a blue compound of copper. Cyan is some classical word for blue. So they really have blue blood. And these hemocyanin uses 2 atoms of copper in each molecule to transport the oxygen around the body of the crab or lobster. It's not nearly as good as hemoglobin. So if you start running after a crab or lobster, it quickly gets tired compared to running after a rabbit or something like that, which can keep going faster than you can.
What's ooh, zinc.
No one out-cheeses, out-meats, or out-supremes the Hut, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
That's what we like to say.
I have this one handy as well. So zinc again it's an abundant metal, but it's a metal we all need for life. It's part of enzymes and it's part of many biologically mediated processes. I don't know what else to say about zinc. It's a pretty boring metal. It's a boring metal. I understand one of my colleagues said zinc's a bit boring. This isn't always the case. When you combine it with some other elements, it can get quite frisky, as you'll see in a bit.
Zinc is a really soft metal. It's sort of greyish in colour. It reacts very easily with acids to produce hydrogen. In fact, it's the way that people make hydrogen in the lab, or used to. Now they usually buy it in cylinders.
Zinc is often found on things like roofs as well. Very high quality roofing material. Very slow to oxidize.
Zinc is used very widely as a coating on what they call galvanizing. You put a thin layer of zinc, and the zinc then corrodes instead of the iron, so that it stops the iron rusting, at least for quite a long time. You can see it on corrugated iron roofs, metal gates in the countryside, and so on.
So this is diethyl zinc. So it's C4H10 there.
Zinc is quite important biologically, and there are all sorts of enzymes in virus could survive.
The delivery of the statement that zinc is boring were greatly under-anticipating the result of this experiment.
Brilliant. Right, you built it up there.
That's what we like to say. I have this one handy as well. Let's give this a go. So, who says zinc's boring? Should we do it again? Whoa!
No, I don't think the zinc is in the least bit boring. I would think that most elements are interesting, but zinc is interesting because it's in the same group as cadmium and mercury, and cadmium and mercury are both pretty poisonous. But zinc is essential to life. If you don't have enough zinc, you can't smell things.
Oh, zinc. Actually, I hear zinc is actually a good tool against fighting COVID-19.
Did you know that the UK is the 5th biggest tornado hotspot in the world?
Actually, it's really surprising. But my mom actually makes me go to school ever since the COVID-19 virus has started. I've been taking zinc. Because zinc, he is right, it is very, very great for life. And people have actually said that it's reduced the chance of getting COVID-19.
Zinc is boring were greatly under-anticipating the result of this experiment.
Brilliant. You built it up there. That's what we like to say.
I have this one handy as well. Let's give this a go.
Get the vaccine.
I'm not gonna get the vaccine yet. It could have untold consequences.
So, who says zinc's boring? Should we do it again? Whoa!
No, I don't think the zinc is in the least bit.
I've had it.
I would think that most elements are interesting, but zinc is interesting because it's in the same group as cadmium and mercury, and cadmium and mercury are both pretty poisonous.
I've had the Oxford vaccine. I'm fine.
If you don't have enough zinc,
You're fine now, but it could have long-term effects, but
sort of enzymes in your body and those of other creatures that work without zinc. So it's really good. You may be bored about it, but if you didn't have zinc, you wouldn't even be able to be bored.
gallium. I want to buy gallium. I should buy a periodic table, and I should start collecting every element except for like the radioactive ones and the gases.
I had it 9 months ago in trials.
Perfect blend of flavor and heat.
Chemistry is like cooking, just don't like the spoon. But if that spoon melts away in the sun, you've got gallium. Gallium, its melting point is actually 85 degrees Fahrenheit. You can melt it. It is the most easily manipulatable metal in the world. You can have a block, put it in your hands, and then you'll liquidize it.
Reaction where you get sulfate on the surface or no sulfate on the surface. So you see big changes in surface tension, and the piece of gallium is seen to beat like a heart. So we thought we'd try that today with a little bit of gallium, which I'm trying to melt in my hand right now.
Many years ago, Professor bet me £100 when £100 was a lot of money that the melting point of gallium was lower than that of cesium, and I said it was the other way around. I wasn't courageous enough to take up the bet. One I'd be rich.
It's a small nugget of gallium, and you can see if I tap it on the hot plate, it's real metal. So now we're going to try and melt it, hopefully in my hand.
In my first video about gallium,
Just don't get the Pfizer vaccine. 7/8 of people get knocked out from it within 5 days of getting the jab.
and we've had emails from people who are outraged. There's one email from a gentleman in America whose company makes tons of gallium salts that have quite important applications. And of course, gallium is particularly important in new generation of compounds, so-called
Gallium is actually used as a replacement for mercury temperature gauges. Mercury can cause madness. Gallium doesn't do this. As long as you don't swallow it, it's fun. It's fun. You can actually buy some from Amazon. Gallium is so cool. I want to get gallium, but I've got a shotgun. If you give me $10, I'm going to get gallium. Wait, right?
The material inside many thermometers, which are used in the medical industry, because it's not as toxic as mercury, which was traditionally used. You may
Told you.
have heard of Mendeleev. He was the guy that sort of conceived or brought together the periodic table.
Gallium was actually one of the predicted elements on the periodic table.
So he predicted its chemical and physical properties, and he called it eke aluminium. 5 years after using a spectroscope. So then it looks just like a little ball of mercury. That has developed the surface tension, causing it to form such a beautiful dilute sulfuric acid. About this extract is nitric acid, so now we're going to make the acid. And to do that, we're going to dilute concentrated sulfuric acid in water. It's always important to remember that when you dilute acid, you always put acid into water, because the reaction can be exothermic, and we're going to dissipate the heat in the water, and the acid swept up on its own. The water was room temperature. If I hold the measuring cylinder here, it's very hot. It's nearly 40, 50, 60 degrees. So now, before we do our experiment, we've got to allow it to cool. It's simply running cold water outside the tube. So this is the gallium that we're melting in our hand. Let's see what happens when we add the sulfuric acid. Wow, did you see that? I did. What happened to the shell? Has changed because we've changed the surface properties. We've made gallium sulfate on the surface. The surface temperature got higher, and it's pulled up into a nice ball. Okay, so that's the first step after beating hard. What we've seen is the gallium, which was relaxed, flat on the surface, has pulled up quite sharply. They didn't beat hard. Now we've got to make the heart relax. So what we're going to do is we're going to use dichromate. Dichromate's a fantastic oxidant, and we're going to put a small amount of it in and see what happens.
So gallium, I realize now, is named after France. It was discovered by a Frenchman, and its name comes from the old name for France, gold.
So what we're doing in this experiment is we're changing the surface tension of the gallium. So these are the forces that hold the liquid into either a ball or allow it to wet and flatten on the surface. So when the gallium is naked,
Hey, this report said
it's actually quite flat and it wets the surface. But when we put it under sulfuric acid, we form gallium sulfate on the surface. This increases the surface tension and then pulls the gallium to a
Interesting.
nice proud ball.
Oh yeah, right, I forgot. I wanted to show you designs for my solar jet. The top, the side from the right, the front, and the back. It's designed in it's inspired from a TIE fighter. You got hover wings, like solar wings with propellers in the centers to hover the craft. And these things right here, they suck in hydrogen and turn it into force thrust, propelling the jet fighter even faster. And if it's in space, it initiates ion thruster mode, meaning that it will basically run off electricity and it'll be self-sufficient. The thing would be made out of aluminum and titanium. Maybe even tungsten and graphene. I got like a 100% on my chemistry quiz. I'm a chemist. I'm a chemistry enthusiast.
We're really quite excited at Nottingham because Steve Little, my periodic videos colleague, has made a new compound in which he has got an atom of uranium to bond to an atom of helium. And this is exciting because this is the first time that chemists have ever seen a bond between these two atoms.
That is weird. Uranium gallium? Gallium uranide? What?
They're not naked uranium and naked gallium, but each of them have other things bonded to them. But it's the first time that anybody has seen the gallium-uranium bond.
It was one of those great moments, you know. Being a chemist, that's one of the roller coaster accidents where you just wonder, why am I doing this? And then you have fantastic days where you totally remember why you're doing it. Because it's to be the first person who's ever made this particular filling, whatever it is. But it's a real thrill when you are the first person. It doesn't make you about the galaxy or space. It never existed on our planet before, but now we've made it for the first time. That's a really good thing to do.
They're really very excited. A new union has been formed within the periodic table, and it's been done here at Nottingham.
Next is germanium.
Germanium is the first element in the periodic table beginning at hydrogen that's named after a country. It's named after Germany. There are other elements named after France and Poland and America, but we'll come to those later. One of the things about germanium and what really makes it important in the periodic table, this is one of the elements for which was unknown when constructed the periodic properties as you go down and across the periodic table.
So this is a small sample of germanium named after Germany. So you can see the wonderful shiny surfaces.
Germanium is used quite widely as a so-called semiconducting material. If you look at it in visible light, it looks like a metal. I've used germanium mirrors in some of my experiments. The lenses that I used when I was younger had a germanium mirror that let the light out at the front of it. And germanium is used quite widely in electronics. This is quite a nice piece of germanium. Unfortunately, I broke it somewhat early in my career. But you can see very nicely how this material looks like a piece of metal. But when you shine infrared light through it, it's transparent, so the infrared light will go through the crystal.
Arsenic. Probably the rarest element on the periodic table, with I think only a few grams of it existing at once.
We're going to tell you about the chemistry of arsenic.
Oh my goodness!
It's a fascinating element. Very poisonous compounds. Murders have been carried out with it.
I don't know if it's arsenic's rare.
Very nice
I can't
connections
confirm
with
it.
ancient wallpaper, and Neil is going to show you a whole series
Maybe
of
it's not as rare.
The books say that arsenic looks metallic, but our sample looked a bit brown. So Neil heated it in a test tube. Arsenic's interesting. It doesn't melt. It sublimes when you heat it.
So
The vapor
that is rare. It means it's either a gas turns into a solid or a solid turns into a gas. No, nope, yep. Deposition is when a gas turns into a solid.
people used it to get rid of their lovers, their wives, or just awkward people. And the compound they used
Oh.
arsenic oxide.
Oh, what I was thinking about is acetine. Not Not arsenic. Arsenic is a very poisonous gas, loved by killers. It's really good for yellow paint, though. Not kidding. Yellow paint.
We didn't have a sample of this, so we decided that Neil would make some for us. So he began by dissolving arsenic in dilute nitric acid. There's quite a violent reaction, lots of bubbling, and it forms the gas NO. Brownish fumes coming out of the test tube. The textbooks say that when you dissolve arsenic in nitric acid, you make a solution of the poisonous oxide.
Arsenic trioxide?
A very nice filter for the The next stage, of course, is to go from solution to solid off the water. It was a bit slow process. I got bored and went out while Neil was finishing it.
That's purified.
What a disappointment. Instead of this lovely white powder, there was some sticky brown solid. I presume because we've still got some particles of arsenic in the white powder. At least we tried. I still didn't stop the arsenic oxide. The reason they use arsenic oxide
It's nearly 5 am for me.
is a white powder. It tasted
Well, good morning, friend.
so it wasn't very noticeable if you mixed it with sugar. So our brown stuff is not going to be much use for poisoning people. Fortunately, we're not going to try. I have two favourite stories about poisoning. Both of them are true. The first one happened in a town in England called Bradford. It happened in 1858 in October. In those days, sugar was quite expensive. So people who made sweets were very dishonest and added some cheap powder to the sugar so that they didn't have to put so much sugar in the sweets. They called this white powder daft. On this particular occasion, a sweet maker called John Neal sent his lodger to put in his next batch of sweets. He called them lozenges. And he went to the next town and went to a pharmacist, and the pharmacist told his assistant to go and fetch which was a white powder. Fortunately, he didn't explain correctly, so the pharmacist sold £12, that's 5 kilos, of arsenic oxide to the unfortunate customer. This was mixed with a sweet mixture, and more than 20 people died of arsenic poisoning in Bradford, and more than 200 were really ill. And this was one of the things that led to greater control of arsenic in the United Kingdom. The other case the rest of it is head-wide. The attacks were carried out by a solicitor, a lawyer, who in fact was the only lawyer who's ever been hanged in the UK. It is believed he poisoned his wife with arsenic over a period of several months, and then one of his business rivals was invited to tea. The lawyer
Uh-oh.
a little cake in his fingers to his rival, and as he passed it, he said, "Excuse fingers." And in that moment, it is believed he put arsenic in the cake. His wife was very ill and was found to have been poisoned with arsenic, so they exhumed the body of his wife, dug it up, and it was full of arsenic. He was convicted and was executed. It should be said that he was
I'm making a skyscraper in my country. It's residential.
From a dropping funnel, you drop in dilute sulfuric acid, and the sulfuric acid reacts with the zinc and generates hydrogen. And the hydrogen makes a compound which has a similar formula to ammonia, but it has 3 hydrogens attached to arsenic rather than 3 hydrogens attached to nitrogen, which you have in ammonia. And this compound called arsine is very volatile. It's a gas.
I've increased tick speed, which means the leaves will decay faster.
Takes the arsine out, will then make the light, the stream of hydrogen coming out of the top of the If it's just hydrogen coming out, Brady was absolutely convinced that we would see a colourless flame, and he could tell us how bad we'd been at the experiment. A piece of glass or a piece of porcelain into the flame. The arsine does not burn completely, so you get a thin film of arsenic on the surface. This stay there. To be shown as and you could see arsenic came out. Sample was that you had. There's another in the 19th century recovering the green pigment. There's a cortisol called sodium meta-arsenite, which is colourless, and dropping in copper sulfate, which is blue. I've done this reaction several times, but I haven't done it for a long time, and I was really surprised quite how beautiful it is seeing this green solid forming.
I have to go, guys. I'm sorry. They got building more jungle. I'm gonna build jungle themed houses down here. Maybe more buildings right there. Definitely more buildings right there. But I cannot wait to keep on building onto this town. Like right here, all the way over there, it's gonna be kind of built onto. Coming.
Will you be streaming tomorrow?
Hey guys, bye. I'll be streaming tomorrow, hopefully.